Go in your home. Nice. Hi, people of the interwebs. Today I have an exciting video because it's something I have wanted to do to my 2015 Subaru Forester XT, who I call Forester Gump. Up above is the last video where I did a ceramic coating on it for all you new folk to get you caught up on life. Last week I picked up something for the Forester that I've been wanting to do on this thing since I first bought it brand new 5 years ago. Hi Ping. You can come out here, I'm just filming. Yeah, come on. Come here. Do you want to be in my YouTube video? Ping. Hey. Okay, I guess he doesn't want to be in the video. Anyway, thanks to the support of my patrons, I was able to purchase these parts for the Forester at a local business last week.
Hi ma'am, how can I help you today?
Number one, a coilover.
Coilovers. I think I got some coilovers for you here.
Oh, yay.
Got some HKS Hipermax.
Oh, I gotta use my long arms.
Yeah.
I gotta
Social
be
distancing.
6 feet. Oh, Jesus, that's
Yeah, that one's heavy. You got it?
Yeah. Oh, there's two windows. Do I pay there and pick up here?
Pay in one, pick up on the other.
Oh, that one's lighter.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you for shopping Harrison Performance. You have a great day.
I'm so excited to install these on the Gump. They're HKS Hipermax coilovers. And they were not sponsored, however, I did purchase them at a local business. My friend Richard and Mel own Harrison Performance, and I decided to support a local business by buying them through their shop. Aside from these HKS coilovers, I was also considering the Cusco and the RSR coilovers, and I decided to go with these HKSs because they're an inverted monotube coilover. The Cusco was a twin tube, the RSRs were also a monotube, and yeah. They're so pretty. They're also white and gold, which match the Forester. Ooh, today's arm day. This is hard to do with one hand. Color is not the reason why I chose these, but I will admit it may have influenced the decision between these and the RSR, because they're both monotube, and I like HKS products, and these are just beautiful. All right, put this thing down. Time to get to work. I gotta jack this guy up. Sarah, how do you stay so clean when working on your cars? Oh, you know, I just spend 5 days detailing it before I take it apart. That's all. No big deal. It's not an inconvenience in any way, shape, or form. Ooh. That's just ridiculous. Look how clean it is inside here. This is gonna be so nice to work on. Everything is spotless. Well worth the time spent, maybe, kinda, sorta, not really. Looks like it should be a fairly easy install as far as the rear goes. Now, as far as alignment goes, in order to correct the rear alignment on this vehicle once it's lowered, the Subaru Forester uses these rear tow rods right here, as well as upgrading these rear lower control arms, or as I call them, camber arms. The aftermarket adjustable ones have a slot right here, so you can adjust the angle of your strut. Literally like 3 bolts to hold the rear coilovers in place. Should be pretty easy back here, other than I gotta get to the top hardware in the back. Luckily I have this thing all taken apart already because I had to move some stuff. I'm guessing this just screws. Yep. There's one pop clip. Pop clip. Oh, there's caulk all over the place back here. It's a flesh color too. If this is the top of the strut right here, this is gonna be so nice to be able to adjust. Come on. It is! That's actually the hole to adjust the rear dampening on the strut. That will be so easy to adjust. This is it right here. 2 bolts, and then my adjustment hole is right there. All right, come on, don't break. How lucky is that? It popped out of its hole and landed with its brothers. This is why I love working on modern cars, because engineers actually think of the mechanics when they're designing stuff now. It makes it a lot easier to work on, unlike even 10 years ago. Cars just keep getting better and better as time goes on. Car technology, I love it. I started giving engineers way too much credit until I discovered this. The bolt on the lower control arm when you try to take it out, it smacks the knuckle. When all I would have to have done at the factory is put this thing facing the other direction with the nut on this side, and that wouldn't happen. There you go. It's free. It's free. Oh, it's heavy. Surprisingly, that came apart pretty easy. It's time to bolt these suckers on. Get up in your home. This is your home. Get up in there. No, this is heavy. There we go. Gently. Gently. There we go. That should be enough to hold it in place. There you go. Get in your home. It's almost the same shade of gold as the brake caliper. It's close enough. You won't be able to tell from outside the car. Probably noticing that my rear anti-sway bar is cherry blossom pink, and that is because this is the factory VA generation STI anti-sway bar. It's approximately 3 millimeters larger than the Forester XT anti-sway bar. And this end link I'm leaving disconnected because I have some new ones from Perrin to put on here. These guys right here, much girthier. Big shout out to Perrin for sponsoring these. I wish I could install them earlier, but I didn't have coilovers. Yeah, these are much nicer. As you can tell by the random nature montage, it is the next day, and last night right before I went to bed, I removed my rear anti-sway bar. When I painted it, I used a combination of pink and red spray paint that I got at Ace Hardware trying to mimic the Subaru Cherry Blossom Pink, and I failed. It was nowhere near correct. But as you can see over there, hanging up drying, is the anti-sway bar repainted in a paint that I got from Grimspeed. They actually make a cherry blossom pink for Subarus in a spray can, which, as you can see, it's more red than it is pink, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Anyway, I'm gonna tear apart the front suspension, knock out these front coilovers. I have feelings to be easier than the rears. Of course I try to hold my camera in one hand while I open this, because that makes perfect sense. These are way lighter than the factory ones I just pulled off. Now, as you see, there are no adjustable camera plates on the coilover. So the factory adjustable camera bolts do have a significant amount of adjustability in these, so maybe it'll be able to get into spec without camera plates. If not, I'll order them, but I don't see the point in wasting money on parts if I don't actually need them. Okay. This is not light. Ooh, arm day for sure. Perform a little balancing trick. Oh, there it is. I lost this one. That is nice right there. Pretty. Go in your home. Nice. I marked my camber adjustment bolt right here on the top. This is gonna face directly upward. Now I know this is gonna be different because it's a different strut and it's going to be slightly lower, but it'll give me a good baseline. That's a quality coilover right there. Have all the correct tabs for all your gadgets, ABS line. The correct tab right here for my brake line to thread into, just like OE. Torque, 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 torque. There we go. Don't pork it, torque it. I'm gonna make that to a t-shirt that no one would buy because that's not funny whatsoever. My jokes are not fire today. Torque it. There you go. Why am I doing this by hand when I have a fucking tool? I'm gonna knock out the other side, so cue the time lapse. Ow. Why do I fail so bad at basic things that a normal human being can do? This is like a shitty puzzle that no one asked for. Ooh. I need a big enough oven that I can powder coat stuff like this in. That's one of my future purchases, my own powder coating oven. Some of you are probably cringing at the fact that I painted this cherry blossom pink, but look, this is the color it was before. That's like grandma's lawn chair. This is Subaru cherry blossom. Somebody needs to invent pillows for mechanics, because your neck gets sore after a while doing this shit all the time. Installation of these guys is as follows. This is the driver's side of the vehicle. Note how it says Perrin facing the rear, okay? And there's a little angle right here. Down below, you're going to add these guys right here, 2 bushings on either side. Drops down into its hole. And then hardware for the top is supplied with the Endlinks from Perrin. I recommend putting the top hardware in first because the head of the bolt faces the coilover, and if you don't, it will be a nightmare to get the bolt in once the bottom is in place. Ask me how I know. These spacer lined up's like Plinko chips. It says to apply a little bit of lube on the ends of the bushing, so I will oblige. I'll put a little bit of lube on the ends of the bushing. I give this rating of simple, really easy to install. Same with the coilovers. Oh man! I can see on the roof now. I could never see on the roof before. The roof is like below eye level. That's crazy. I for sure have to adjust the coilovers. It's sitting way higher in the rear. I don't want this thing slammed though. So it says right here, HKS has preset the ride height prior to shipment. And if you look down here, the factory ride height is 735 millimeters. They have set it 30 millimeters lower than factory, with the maximum that you can lower it 38 mil. The rear, 750 mil ride height. They have it adjusted to 45 mil lower, and you have a maximum of 88 millimeters lower. So it's set pretty much right in the middle in the rear and pretty close to max out in the front. As I said before though, I do care about performance over looks, and this is the way HKS has it set up out of the factory for the Forester. So I need to drive it, and also this thing is almost out of fuel, so 6.3 pounds per gallon, and it's like 15.9 gallon tank. It's like 100-ish pounds of fuel or so-ish, maybe. I suck at math. Anyway, I need to put some fuel in here, and then maybe I'll turn it down just a little bit more in the rear to kind of level it out. But if you look from the front, it actually looks level, so I don't know. Maybe I just need to drive it. Anyway, the next video I do on the Forester will be dialing in the suspension with the alignment, seeing how the roll center bump steer is on it. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon with another. Bye.